Because he says he's going to open the windows of heaven and pour you out blessings that you won't have room enough to receive. He's going to rebuke the devourer for your sake. And he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground. That's the stuff that you're doing. That stuff won't be destroyed when you're tithing. So it's a biblical principle, and it's easier not to tithe than to tithe, but it costs you more not to tithe than to tithe. You think you're getting ahead, but you're really not, because that 100% never seems to be enough. And I know early in my Christian walk, when I tithe, it's like I had even more. I lived better than people who made the same amount of money as me. I think I was making like $7 an hour, and I had like 2 kids, and we lived, and we had money. I could go places, I could do things. Our needs were met. At the very minimum, our needs were met. I would be in prayer sometimes, and somebody would ease past me and slide some money in my hand. And I wasn't the one that would, how sometimes people try to manipulate people into blessing them, talking about pray for me because, I can't pay my bills, and, and I was young in Christ, so I probably was embarrassed, so I never let it on to anybody that I didn't have money for this, that, or the other. And God would just put it on people's heart to, but here's another thing too, I was in prayer. What would have happened had I not been in prayer that day? So not only tithing, but living holy. Not saying that we're perfect, but also not making excuses to sin. Oh, I'm human, God knows my heart. Forget that. Righteousness. It's what he requires. So if you don't tithe, you don't trust God. And when you don't trust God, you're in a dangerous position. It's a dangerous place to be, not trusting God. Number 2, how do you know that you trust God? Or here's your question. Your second question is, do you freely or obediently give him that which is dear to you, even if you don't understand why you have to give it? Let's go to Genesis 22.